You have received appreciation from seasoned investors like Mr. Vijay Kedia and Mr. Chetan Parikh. What insights from such veterans shaped your thinking, Jitendra?
Okay, that's a good question. And, you know, my grooming happened under their guidance. When I was just learning the art of investing, I used to visit these veterans and used to discuss my own understanding of the investing, and they used to shape. So I think over a period of time, while interacting with these guys, I have learned a lot of things. They have suggested many wonderful books, and I have gone through those books, and those books have helped me understand to improve my understanding of the investing in markets. Because of their thanks to their guidance, I interacted, and I actually read many of these world's renowned investors, including Benjamin Graham, Phil Fisher, and Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett, Howard Marks, and there are many. So you when you are under guidance of somebody who is the veteran in the investing, and he has invested almost his life on improving his own understanding. He's a well-read person. He devote almost all of his time reading books. So I was so privileged having interacted with him and groomed under his guidance. So they actually helped me during earlier in my life. They helped me to structure to actually frame my own investing philosophy. So when you do the lot of experiments, when market tests your patience, market tests your strategies and investing philosophies, you keep on evolving over a period of time. And when you on the one side the market is fighting with you, on the other side somebody is protecting you from his own words and guidance. So over a period of time, this fighting between the market and the veteran person who is guiding you, it that bridge over a period of time, that knowledge and this practical day-to-day fighting with the market, you know actually help you to shape that framework, that philosophy, that understanding, and over a period of time you evolve with the help of these guys. So I would say they Chetan Parikh and Vijay Kedia helped me frame my own investing philosophy. They shaped my thinking. They shaped how I look at the market. They actually helped me develop a philosophy and an understanding or the system that I have developed over a period of time. That has come from the guidance of these guys, and I'm blessed because of these two guys who have really helped me during the period when I wanted to nurture myself, I evolve as an investor, as a investing philosopher. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm also a great admirer of these two gentlemen, Mr. Vijay Kedia and Chetan Parikh. And someday I would love to have them on my show. All right. So that is what's fascinating about mental models is that their usefulness extends far beyond investing. So my next question to you is, Jitendra, is how can founders and business leaders apply these mental models beyond markets in strategy and leadership decisions? Over to you.
So as I said, you remember the disclaimer that I made during the conversation. I think this book, as most people will mistake, this is not a investing book, and it is not just made for investors and traders or market participants. This is the book that will help everybody and anybody who wants to improve his thinking ability. See, as I said, it's a common problem. We all know everything. But how to apply that, how to use the existing information in a manner so that you can efficiently think through a problem, or you can solve a problem. How do you do that? Just having knowledge and information or data or Excel sheets doesn't help you. Over a period of time, you have to evolve to a point where you want to use that box of knowledge into something that can translate into effective decision making. Now that this is a three-step process of making best decisions. Actually,
Yeah.
first you have to have data, you have to have knowledge, then you have to have a processor, that is your mind. It has to work in a manner that it can process all kind of information and knowledge you already have, so that you can make best decisions of your. So I think the first part, most people have first part. Some people have this the second part as well, and very few people have that ability to make best decisions. So you have to go through that three-stage cycle. If you want to be a better thinker, if you want to be a great thinker, if you want to use what you already know, you have to combine these three dots. And then once you combine these three dots, you become a great thinker. And now thinking is not confined to investing, confined to trading, confined to stock market. Thinking is something that required at every stage. Be it a, you may be a doctor, you may be a engineer, you may be a businessman, you may be a student. Even the high grade students, they struggle. They know everything. They have read so many books. They have been going through the lectures of so many professors. They have accumulated their the memory chips in the brains are fully occupied. But how do you use that memory? How do you have stored so much of knowledge and information from the universities, from the colleges, from the classes that you have attended? But how do you translate that knowledge into something that can lead to making sound decision? Despite having all the knowledge, if you have to visit to somebody for the advice, okay, then it is not, you are not using what you already know about it. Okay.
Correct.
So like, the students, they still struggle that, they are not able to come out with the solution. They are not able to come out with the effective decision making. Somebody has to guide them. Why? Because, our schools don't teach us to translate that knowledge into thinking and then making good best decisions. Okay.
Yeah.
Prudent decisions. So I think this book is not just for the investor. I think if you read it, you will be able to connect those two missing baskets, the buckets that are missing in everybody's life. That is thinking effectively and making best decisions. Both these buckets require some sort of a framework, understanding, guidance, and which is where this book come into picture. I am filling the gap, and I am helping through this book to show that you can use what you already have.
Correct. Absolutely. So that broader application is perhaps where the real power of structured thinking emerges. All right. So this is the first part of our conversation with Mr. Jitendra Gupta. Stay tuned.